Let's travel to Yucatan, Mexico, by Genaro Rubén Luna Bravo. Yucatan is a Mexican state. It's famous for its beaches and Mayan ruins. Join me on this trip to this beautiful state. Currency: Mexican peso is used in Yucatan. Here we have some examples of the bills. Language: Spanish is spoken mainly in Yucatan, but Mayan is also spoken in the state. Both languages are taught to the Yucatans, therefore, they learn the national language as and preserve their native language. Here we have the two alphabets. Culture and traditions. Yucatan has a very interesting culture, but particularly it's my favorite state in Mexico. For example, traditional clothing is one of my favorites because it's so beautiful. A white Filipina is worn by men. It's a variant of the Guayabera, but Filipina has long sleeves and a high neck. In addition, for clothing, a straw hat, sandals, and a red paliacate that hangs from the right pocket of the pants are worn. In my opinion, women wear fancier clothing than men's. A huipil is worn by them. The clothing is complemented with a rebozo and white shoes. The women's traditional clothing is very glamorous because vibrant colors and beautiful shapes are used in the embroidery. Here we have an example of the traditional clothing of Yucatan. Regarding traditional dances, the most traditional dance in the state is La Jarana. La Jarana is danced in pairs by men and women. They zapatean and cross each other while they're making different figures. Other famous traditional dances are Danza de la Cabeza de Cochino, Pig Head Dance, and Danza de las Cintas, Ribbon Dance. This is the most beautiful and polychromatic traditional dance in Yucatan, in my opinion. Here we have some pictures about the dances. La jarana, danza de la cabeza de cochino, and danza de las cintas. In addition, the traditional Yucatecan cuisine is wonderful and delicious. Its flavors are made from an exquisite mixture of ingredients from two cultures. Nowadays, Mayan flavors are mixed with the Spanish flavors brought in the colonial period. Some of the most important ingredients of Yucatecan cuisine are pumpkin seeds, oregano, purple onion, sour orange, habanero pepper, lime, achiote, and coriander, among others. Dishes like papazules, relleno negro, black pip, lime soup, pokchuk, panuchos, huevos motuleños, and the cochinta pibil are eaten in the state. The cochinta pibil is the most famous dish and one of my favorites. And if we talk about desserts, they are very tasty. The most popular are the marquesitas, but palanquetas, caballero pobre, papaya, candy, and sunchos are also eaten by many people. And here we have some pictures of the Yucatecan cuisine. Festivities. Another important thing about Yucatan are the festivities. Day of the Dead is celebrated in Yucatan too, but in Yucatan there is the Hanal Pixan, also known as Food for the Souls. This festivity is celebrated by the Mayan people and is made to remember in a special way friends and relatives who have passed away. In the main rite, a table is set as an altar lit with wax candles. Traditional food is placed under the trees and near the graves of the deceased, such as atole, pips, jicamas, tangerines, oranges, papaya candy, tamales, alcoholic beverages, bread, and things that the dead used to like. The whole place is decorated with candles, flowers, and photos of the dead relative. Here we have some pictures of that festivity. History. In terms of history, Yucatan was first populated by the Mayans. Sometime later, the conquest of Yucatan was consummated by Francisco de Montejo, his son Francisco de Montejo y León, and his nephew. 2 decades after the conquest of Mexico. During the colony, Yucatan covered almost the entire peninsula. The state was formed by Campeche, Quintana Roo, and the current Yucatan. When Mexico became independent, an invitation was sent to Yucatan to become part of the republic in 1821. The Yucatecans wanted their autonomy even if they were annexed to the republic. 12 years later, there was a rebellion in Zacatecas and Texas became independent. Yucatan also took advantage and became independent too in 1841. Sometime later, General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna ordered the invasion of Yucatan, but he failed. Then he changed his strategy and ordered an economic blockade and forced Yucatan to join Mexico again on December 8, 1843. This time the Union lasted very little. On January 1st, 1846, Yucatan got separated from Mexico again. Here we have the map and the flag of the Republic of Yucatan. In 1847, when Santana was president of Mexico, an internal war out. This war was driven by the Mayan population against the white people. This rebellion is known as the Caste War. In the end, when Yucatan couldn't find any solution, they found consolation in the Mexican Republic, who offered to provide Yucatan economic and military support. In addition, money was given to Yucatan to rebuild the state. Then Yucatan was divided into the states of Quintana Roo, Campeche, and Yucatan by the government. Finally, Yucatan was definitively integrated into the Mexican Republic on August 17, 1848. Main attraction and historical buildings. Talking about places to visit, Yucatan has some of the most visited places in Mexico. You must visit the imposing archaeological sites such as Xibichaltún, Mayapan, Balam, the Black Jaguar, Labna, Uxmal, or Chichen Itza, which is one of the new seven wonders of the world. Here we have some pictures of that places. Mérida, capital of Yucatan, also known as the White City, has many tourist attractions such as the beautiful cathedral, the downtown, the Homeland Monument, the Mayan War Museum, or the Paseo Montejo, the longest and most beautiful avenue in the city. The cenotes, deposits of fresh water, were used by Mayans to supply water but also for sacred rituals. They are an exclusive phenomenon of the Republic of the Yucatan Peninsula. They exist in the states of Yucatan and Quintana Roo. The most important cenotes that we can visit in the state are Bolonchohol, Chaxinique, Chilentún, Corchito, or Cambulán. Cambulán. Here we have some pictures of that places. As well as the cenotes, there are large caves in Yucatan. The most important is Loltún. Other caves are Balancanche and Calcetoc. Yucatan has a great natural wealth. We find the Celestún Biosphere Reserve, where many flamingos can be seen in their natural habitat. You should also visit the beaches of Puerto Progreso, Chelem, or Chicxulub, or go to Rio Lagartos and admire its mangroves, and then visit Las Coloradas. Las Coloradas has a beautiful pink color. Finally, if you like to visit towns and walk through its streets, you must visit its four magical towns: Izamal, Valladolid, Mani, and Zizal. There, the magic of the Yucatecan lands is protected by its people. Yucatan and the world. Now, speaking of Yucatan and the world, Yucatan has several ports such as Progreso, Chuburna, Silam de Bravo, or San Felipe, where many merchandise are imported from different parts of the world. On the other hand, Heineken, achiote, turkey, and habanero pepper are exported by the state. Here we have some ports of the state. And that's all for today. Thanks for listening and see you later.